Good morning, Kuwait, and good morning to everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests. So please keep watching us till the end of the episode. So hello and good morning, Aziz.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Walking Crew. I would like to greet and good morning everyone who's watching us through the KTV2. This is your already program, Good Morning Kuwait. We are coming to you live this morning from the Ministry of Information Studios here in downtown Kuwait. We'll be with you from now until 10 a.m. with multiple segments and even also reports. And today, Sarah, we're going to talk about, usually in Good Morning Kuwait, every time we talk about the main topic for our episode.
Yes.
Today we'll talk about charity.
About charity, and we cannot get rid of charity because we are actually, as Kuwaiti people, we do love humanitarian works, humanitarian activities, and also volunteering. And today we're going to talk about, let's say, donating the blood, but later on. How about the humanitarian activities and the volunteering in your point of view, Aziz?
Actually, the Kuwait is one of the core countries for the humanitarian.
Yes.
And that's why we're always supporting people who is in need. We have different entities. We have different sectors, private and governmental. We're always supporting people who wants the need. And even in Kuwait, charities and volunteering is something on us,
Exactly.
Like people like to sometimes to participate and to register for the self-defense following the Ministry of Interior or Kuwait Red Crescent Society. You will see volunteerings everywhere. When you do something, you will not get for granted. So it's like they know the purpose of the charities and volunteering to get the high stand values of the people. It's something from your thing,
Yes.
So you will feel happiness, you will feel like satisfying. Even for the old people, it makes them a little bit active for their health. So
Yes.
Volunteering benefits everything.
Exactly. As you mentioned, Aziz, the volunteering work, it's in our blood, let's say, as a Kuwaiti people. And we have too many societies, too many organizations, associations for only volunteering, like starting from helping the needy people or helping even people outside Kuwait, not even here in Kuwait. And also like starting even for the, let's say, helping the environment and the creatures and the marine life. It's all actually helping all the plant, let's say. So that's why, Aziz, we have about the blood donation as well.
Blood donation, dear viewers, it's like we call it something important. So today we are encouraging everyone who's watching us through the KTV2 will talk about the blood donation. There is an urgent need for the blood donation for O plus blood type. We encourage who are able to do it to visit the blood banks or donation centers, hospitals to help meet these crucial needs. This is important even we have always thinking about the humanitarian to helping the others.
Exactly. It is one of the noble jobs, actually, Aziz. We know blood donation is a wonderful and essential humanitarian act, especially for individuals with O plus blood type who require regular blood transfusions.
And also the donating blood can save many lives and provide assistance to those facing emergencies or undergoing surgeries. So this is like the main topic today. So this is like a message for everyone who's watching us through the KTV2. People who have the O plus blood type, they just go to the blood banks and donate for the people who wants to live.
Who wants to live, to save lives. And as you mentioned, yeah, you feel so satisfied, you feel so happy and proud because you saved one of the souls in the world. So let's talk about the weather. The weather is getting really cold nowadays, isn't it? So dear viewers, how about to check the weather forecast with our meteorologist and be right back to you. Well, we saw the weather actually is getting really cold, so please be cautious and wear some heavy clothes, especially for children. And now moving from the weather forecast to the Kuna news with my colleague Abdulaziz.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. Now it's time for Kuwaiti News Agency. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Subah, received a letter from President of Argentina, Javier Milei, on Tuesday, congratulating His Highness on the assumption of the power. President Milei also underlined the enhancing bilateral ties between two countries, wishing His Highness the Emir the best luck in his new position. On his part, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al sent a letter to President Milei thanking him for his kind words and wishing him a long, healthy life and more prosperity and development for Argentina. The Kuwaiti national swimming team will participate in the second Arab Junior Championship starting Wednesday in the Qatari capital Doha amid great participation and expected competition which would last 6 days. Kuwait University's KU Assistant Professor at the Department of Architect, Dr. Yusuf Al Haroun, won on Monday the International Association for the Study of Traditional Environments IASTE Barclays Prize at the event held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Kuwait on Monday managed an incredible top flight rostrum among 170 participants at the UAE Archery League held at Ras Al Khaimah, winning 2 medals, gold and bronze. The Kuwaiti athlete Ali Zaid won the gold medal and the compatriot Badr Al-Shihali won a bronze medal. They displayed a very professional performance in the sport at global stage in a statement to Kona. Al-Zaid said the achievement and a great addition to the professional sport in Kuwait, magnifying our nation's efforts and already tallying the among the best in the world. This is our news for today. Go to the break and we'll continue your show. Good morning, Kuwait.
And we came back again, dear viewers, to Good Morning Kuwait, too many reports and segment for you, dear viewers. As prior, Kuwaiti Architectural Office, a local leader in construction, architecture, interior and interior design services, announced the launch of the second edition of the Architectures Exhibition, dedicated to the art of the interior site design and gardening at the Sheikh Abdullah Salim Cultural Center from 11 to 18 of November.
And also our colleague had the chance to interviewing the pioneer architect to know more about this report. So let's check it together. They will be right back again. Stay tuned.
Today we'll be talking about, let's say, the story of Sai Workshop. We started as a small home business back in 2012 as an Instagram account with an interest of planting indoor trees or indoor plants in terrariums. With time and with the word of mouth, the demand expanded and more people and let's say, or more family and friends started asking about the product and showed interest and more demand about our terrariums. And then later in 2016, we had more demand with the corporate companies, and we thought that this was the step that we should take a bigger step and have an official licensed business, the one that grew to the workshop we are at today. A good thing when we started in 2016 or 2017, that was the beginning of what's called the green movement, the trend that people were more aware of having more indoor plants, which goes with our values here that we want to make Kuwait greener, starting from the inside out. From when we started back then till today, we saw how much awareness people have now in Kuwait. People are educating themselves about plants more and more. We learn from our customers actually today compared to how it was when we first started. The plants that we have in our shop and we use in our products are all imported from the Netherlands. At the beginning, when we first started, we used to get our plants here in Kuwait, but with the increased demand and when we wanted to provide a better product or better quality, we went to the Netherlands. We looked at the suppliers, at the plant suppliers and the plant growers over there, and we picked the best or the best that we found in the market at the time, and we make sure that we bring a quality that goes with the product that we want to present to our customers and our fans. In our terrariums, we make sure that we use plants that go together, or they belong to the same environment. We make sure that we don't mix different types of plants like phytonias with cactuses, as they need different amounts of water, and they live or they exist in different environments. So we have different types. One that can be tropical and requires high levels of humidity, to plants that require water once a month or sometimes even more. The way we create our terrariums is not only for design, but it actually has a function where it leaves all the excess water from watering the plant to that bottom layer, so it doesn't cause rot to the roots. At the workshop, we don't only provide plants and terrariums, but we actually provide an experience where any person can come, enjoy a peaceful green environment with different types of plants, and maybe enjoy a cup of coffee.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. We're moving for our first interview segment. We'll talk about today our main topic. Humanitarian work, also known as the charitable work, plays a crucial role in our society. It involves providing assistance and support to those in need in the areas such as the healthcare, education, disaster relief, and other social and economic aspects. Humanitarian work aims to improve the quality of life for people and provide necessary support to vulnerable and also disadvantaged populations. So let's welcome today Jamal Al-Fawzan, General Manager of the Patients Helping Society. Hello, sir, and good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much for your invitation, and it's a pleasure to be in your good program.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us on our show, Good Morning Kuwait. In the beginning, our main topic, we'll talk about the humanitarian work. What is the importance for the people who's watching us through the KTV2, the importance for humanitarian work? Can you elaborate?
Of course, humanitarian work is very, very important for the society, and it's helping people to better life. Other than the governmental work or the business work, it's the humanitarian and the volunteers who are working for the good of the society.
Nice. And today, this is the importance. So how do you see the impact of humanitarian for the individuals? I mentioned in the beginning of the episode with my colleague Sarah, it gives us like a pleasure and joy and happiness. So this is like the impact always for the individual,
yes,
right?
We feel it. Everybody who are working in this field feel this joy and happiness of the helping people and the humanitarian work he is offering for the humanity and for the other people in the society. So he feel very, very nice and very happy of giving this.
So you feel always the happiness. I feel it from you when you see it's the feeling of the happiness when you're serving the others, helping them all the time.
Yeah.
In Kuwait, like we say, locally and even universally.
Abroad.
So like I know the volunteering and the humanitarian organizations, we'll talk about now this topic, face too many challenges when you go supporting the another country who's in need, or even in Kuwait.
Yes.
We want to aware the community and people who's watching us now, and from Kuwait TV television channel too, like the facing and the challenge facing the humanitarian organizations.
Of course, everybody and every person who's working in humanitarian work, he's looking to give all of his resources. Yeah. So sometimes he has limited resources. So this is he cannot give all the humanitarian work that he is willing to give. That's why this is one of the obstructions facing the humanitarian works. Also, sometimes the governmental, here in Kuwait or outside Kuwait, sometimes they have some laws and obstruction that he cannot go ahead with his work, humanitarian work. That's why he somehow feels bad about it.
And also, this is very amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this information to our viewers. We'll talk now about the contributions. What about the ways that the people wants to donate or to contribute for the humanitarian work? I know like people sometimes they donate through the websites, throwing the links, they bring stuff, they bring food, they bring something. So we want to aware the expats in Kuwait. How can they contribute for the humanitarian work?
everybody can contribute in his society, and his local society. He see the people who are in need, or who have some crisis. He can leave. So everybody, he can contribute to the human society through his initiative
yes.
from himself.
You mentioned something important. Initiative is the key for everything.
Of course.
So when you have the initiative to donate, to give charity, this is the most important.
Of course, ما في شك. Okay.
Yes, and we'll talk about something else. How does the humanitarian promote, we call it the justice and equality? Like people, people thinks like, is it like justice? Yeah, it's justice.
Yeah.
It's for facing the equality. Well, how can you elaborate for it?
So that somebody who feel that it's not justice, he is very poor and he don't have revenues that he can live. So if you give him, or if you the humanitarian workers stand with him, he saw that he feel that the justice and the humanitarian.
So let's talk more about the volunteering, the volunteers people, how they are playing the role for the humanitarian works.
It's very important because they are coming from themselves, not for salary.
Heart, yes.
Of course, that's why they are very ambitious and very, very helpful and very welful to help the other peoples.
Nice. So let's talk now about, can you give like in some of the humanitarian work, the stories you will not forget? I know you've been we call it the humanitarian for a long time ago. You saw good moments, examples and also things you will not forget until today.
Of course, there are many things, especially in the crisis outside of Kuwait, and also in Kuwait during the 90s. It was very, very important, and there are very a lot of stories that enhance the people to share and to feel good about it.
Nice. So now we'll talk about your profession as the general manager for the Fishing's Aid. So we'll talk more about the objectives and the missions. I know now we spoke in general about the humanitarian work. Now we'll focus about this entity.
Okay.
This entity established in 70s until today, like more than 50 years of achievement, accomplishment, challenges, too many things.
Yes.
As a general manager, GM, for the patient aid fund, how can we know about the objective, the mission of the association?
Actually, Patient Helping Fund started through a group of people, of doctors who are newly graduated in the hospitals.
Yes.
And when they saw some of the patients who are in need of some money for their families outside the hospital, that's why they put from their pocket, then from their families, then from friends. Then they said it should be organized things. That's why, yes, that's why they have established a committee and a Najat charity society.
In the beginning?
In the beginning. That's why in 1979. And they started in one room in Al-Sabah Hospital.
Okay.
Then it was in Mubarak Al-Kabir.
Yes.
Then it was a house in Qadsiya. Now it's a big building in Alhamdulillah in Sabah area.
Yes.
The society has established then in 2006 Patient Helping Fund Society as an official helping society in Kuwait.
Nice.
Of course, one of the aims, or the important aim, is helping the poor patients in Kuwait.
In Kuwait.
All poor patients in Kuwait.
All of them. All of them.
Yes.
And how, like you are now aiding and helping the poor patient.
Yes.
Should the family of the poor patient like register or like sending papers to you, or you just like helping who's in
No, everything should procedures. Especially this is helping us in Ministry of Health So many departments helping us. One of them is the social work offices in the hospitals. If they see any person or any patient who needs help to send to pay his tuition for the operations or something, they send to patient helping fund with his papers, the medical paper and their IDs and their everything that they send it to a patient helping fund. Who we have a medical committee which will review this application and give the needed fund for him.
So like the thing is like you have like a certain, like you when you mention in the history, all history for the patient's health funds society.
Yes.
So it's established for one room. It becomes like an entity in Sabah area.
Yes.
And a big building and too many committees and too many. It's like a big administration, and you are the main of the board of members. So you are helping who is in need, just sending the papers. You are helping them by the founder and the charity. So I know for sure, like this is how you are supporting them. But there is another support from your society to the patients.
Of course, we have the moral of the
too many things.
No, nafsi. This is the thing that the other than the medical support, we have also for him to give him a boost in his life. We have so many lectures. We have so many people who goes through the hospitals and see the needs also of the patients or the men or women, so that we can help them in the hospital. And boost their morals so that they can cure before in short time.
So the good thing, like you are not also waiting for the patients to come to the building. You are going to them.
We're going to them in the hospitals.
So they send you the papers of the patients, the wards and rooms.
Yes.
And you are visiting them.
We have rotation. We have in every hospital we have a man or a woman who rotate through the rooms of the hospital. So who is in need, who has ask questions. So that's why we are collaborating with the patients.
So these people who are very professional and dealing with the patients need too many lectures and too many like courses.
Of course.
So what about the courses and the lectures you're providing for your team?
Yes, of course. We have always we give them the lectures or the courses that it can give helping people.
Nice. So like they give them the way how to initiative and helping the others to be patients, feeling
of course,
them.
Of course. The people who want to help the others, he should be patient so that they help the patients.
So this is like one of the main things you have to learn to be patient and calm.
Of course.
And to be just calming the patient because they are already sick. That's why we're mixing humanitarian with medical and what we call it for the community, to people helping the others. So this kind of amazing work doing from the patient help fund society, how do you see the perspective for the people already cured? After you're supporting them, how they are providing back to you? How do you see their?
We always have a questionnaire, and we have we send them questionnaires after they finish. And they said they have very, very, very good and alhamdulillah very satisfied with the cure or the thing that we have done to him, because unless he received this help from the Patient Helping Fund Society, he will not pay his medicals or operations.
Nice. That's why we're always thinking, because this is about the courses and how you're doing and the patient perspective. So let's talk more about the programs of the society.
Yeah.
I know you have certain campaigns, certain
Yeah.
programs during the year. Now we
Yeah.
are 2024 in January. What about the upcoming campaigns and events you're gonna hold?
Of course, we have usually we have campaigns during Ramadan or during Hajj. We have campaigns of what this is for donation. But all the year, throughout the year, we have campaigns for the people who are in need. We have for the patients of the cancer. We have for patients of the heart, for the kidney, and for MS, for rheumatoid. All the kinds of the illness and we have in Kuwait, we are helping them through the year. 5 days a week, from 12 hours in the day, from 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock in the morning.
12 hours, yeah.
Yes.
It's like you're doing like the blood bank time.
Yeah.
So you are following all the patients and the medical times.
Yeah.
You want to support everybody.
To support them, and we have an email and we have an WhatsApp, so that somebody who cannot come to us, he can send it.
Can you say the social media name for the
Yeah,
viewers?
this is patient helping first, bhfs.org.kw, and the telephone number is 1899 000. 1899 Yeah.
This is important, and everyone's watching us to just keep aware of the numbers. This is the most important. We'd like to thank you, Mr. Jamal Fawzan, for being today, and you are the GM of the Patient Help Fund Society, for coming here to elaborate more about the humanitarian work you are providing for the patients. For sure, the people who's watching us through the KTV too, now they are aware more about the helping. We'd like to thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. So a special thanks and association for our guest, Mr. Jamal Fawzan. He's the GM of the Patient Health Fund Society. Now moving for our next report, the importance of sport and physical activities cannot be overstated, as they play in the crucial role in promoting physical, mental and emotional well-being. Engaging the sports and the regular physical activity has an enormous positive effect in individuals, communities and society as a whole. So let's check this following report together about the physical activity. That will be right back to you.
Good morning, Kuwait. This is Sarah, and actually I'm coming today to ask about one question. Has anyone before experienced discomfort or pain while you are breathing around your rib cage or around your chest here? And it's make you really get confused and you run fast to the hospital and you think that you got something in your heart? Well, it's actually your heart. It could be because of the posture that we always sit on the phone or in the office and we have the neck always looking down, shoulder rounded, and the spine is not straight, it's actually rounded, and your hips slide forward. What that make for our body? It makes something tightness in the front line fascia, or tightness in the muscle that is hold all your front or the face of your body, your front line fascia. How we help that, or why that happening? Because if you're contracting too long this muscle group and you keep sitting not in a proper posture, or you keep sitting rounded, so it's keep this tight, so it's make it shorting than the normal length that it should be. So when you breathe, it's making a lot of contraction or a lot of cramps that's happen around your rib cage, and it sometimes feels around your chest. So how we do that? Actually, we need to stay first of all in a proper posture, round your shoulder, up, back, and down. You be sure that your scapula close to your spine, abs braced, and you sit proper, hips back, and your spine is sitting in a natural position. So sitting in a proper posture, that will be helping you. Second thing that we need to do, we need to stretch out your front line. How we can do that? It's a very simple move with a very simple technique for breathing. So let's do that together. Stand up properly. Be sure that your arms are relaxed and straight beside you. Take a big deep inhale and put your arm all the way up, and you lean back. Yes, keep your chin and neck in natural position. So you have to feel the stretching happening in the front line of your neck and all the front line of your upper body. So you feel your abdominal being stretched all the way to your hips. Take a big inhale. We said before you do that, you get to posture, and you exhale, you relax, and you come back to the normal position. Let's do it 2 or 3 times. Take a big inhale. Try to curve as far as you can, go backward, chin following your arms. Perfect. And exhale, you come back in. By doing this daily from 2 to 3 times before you or between or after you finish your office hour, it will help you a lot with the breathing easily, and it will help you a lot to fix your posture, and that will make you train easily later on. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
And we came back again, dear viewers, with our second interview segment with our special guest for today. In an unprecedented achievement for Kuwait, Dr. Sabriya Saleh, a Kuwaiti ophthalmic, plastic and reconstruction surgeon, has been ranked among the top 3 cosmetic eye and facial surgeons in the world by the World Aesthetic Conference in Monaco. As a result, Saleh becomes the first Kuwaiti and Gulf surgeon to receive this recognition, after being evaluated among 5,000 surgeons from over 60 countries worldwide. Saleh specialized in cosmetic and reconstructive surgery of the eyelids, face, lacrimal system, and orbit. So let's welcome with great pleasure Dr. Sabriya Saleh. So hello and good morning, doctor.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much for having me in your program today.
It's our pleasure actually to have you in our show today, and I'm gonna say congratulations.
Thank you.
It's really an awesome, and we are so proud that we've been like one for the top 3 of the best surgeons worldwide. That's really an amazing.
It is a nice recognition from a conference in Monaco, where they actually hold their conference yearly, and they have an award system that they invite thousands of surgeons in the same field of cosmetic, and they evaluate their work, and they recognize top 3. I was honored to be top 3 in 2 consecutive years, in 2022 and 2023 for my work.
That's amazing. So let's talk about your experience or your feelings once you announced you've been, let's say, won for the top 3.
Actually, it is good for any surgeon to know his standard and where's his level in the world, because we always want to work harder and we want to be perfect to achieve the best for our patients.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, in Kuwait, I think our Kuwaiti patients, they are high maintenance. They want the best of the best. So they are the people who actually push us to do perfect in our work.
That's amazing.
So I actually decided to apply for this award in 2022 and submit my cases of some of the surgeries that I've done. And this award will be done by a recognized, experienced panel, consists of surgeons from all over the world.
Yes.
To look at your work and examine it and decide and evaluate the result that you have. As a facial and eyelid or oculoplasty, I wouldn't say oculoplasty because some people don't know what's an oculoplasty.
Okay.
I'm a cosmetic surgeon, everything to do around the eye, forehead, eyebrow, as well as the face. So we fix the bones around the eyes and we fix everything around it, as well as the face. So I decided to apply for my work as I do a full face rejuvenation, and we beautify the whole face. Hence, I submit my 3 work, and I was actually surprised to be selected one of the top 3. So my first recognition was in 2022, and I have to say it was a thrilling news for me to know where I am, and I wanted to be even better.
Yes, for sure. You gain the fruit, doctor.
Yes.
You work hard and you gain the fruit, and we are so thrilled, as well as a Kuwaiti people, to see a Kuwaiti woman, a Kuwaiti female, to gain such a great, let's say, won and announced as the top 3 of the best surgeons of the world. So this is where actually the classification for the best, let's say, surgeon in the world, as you mentioned, the 3 procedures: the eyelid and the facial,
Yes.
and then the third one.
The orbit.
The orbit,
Yes,
as you mentioned.
yes.
That's amazing. So let's talk now about the criteria actually behind the best surgeon of the world, let's say. What are the criteria, the best criteria of that?
Look, I think these awards and the panel where they decide of good work in cosmetic, I think it is not just doing the work, You know, you might have surgeons doing a good job.
Yes.
And it is nice and medically is perfect. When it comes to aesthetic and cosmetic, there's something extra. I think people want to achieve a natural beauty. Means that if I do a work on a face, I don't want people to feel that I've done so much work in the face and it's artificial and it's not natural. The whole idea, or what I would say, my signature in doing my work in the face is that I have to look at that face as it's a portrait.
Okay.
And I have to decide where I want to change and where I want to keep it normal. Because if any patient who undergoes a facial cosmetic surgery, you want to make this person looks the same, but younger and prettier.
Okay.
Now you have to, especially women, when they come to you for any type of surgery, they have bags underneath their eyes, they have brows coming down, maybe faces is thin, but you want to fix that in a natural way as well as in a beautiful way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like giving an artist, a painter, and tell him, copy this portrait for me. Any good painter would copy that paint for you, but an excellent painter who would take that paint and paint it in a different version, in a nicer version.
Amazing.
And I think that's what makes plastic surgeons artistic. So you need the experience, you need the skills, of course, as a surgeon, but you need the artistic taste
Okay.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes you different.
That's what makes you different, for sure, doctor. It's really amazing. It's not about the perfection. It's about the beautiness.
Yes.
Because we can be so perfect by like making the face as a plastic, but that doesn't give you the beautiness.
Yes.
And the glamorous for the beautiness.
Yes.
So, doctor, let's talk about the female and the woman who wants to be a surgeon. We can say it's really few female surgeons all around the world. We'd like to know from you, your point of view, why is that?
I would agree with you years ago that we are minimum as a surgeons, as
Yes.
female. I think in this century, the number of female surgeons are increasing. Women are more toward going through surgeries. They are more comfortable of having a career as a surgeon. Now, 20, 30 years ago, I started my career as a general surgeon. And when I got married and started my family life, probably my husband was one of the first people who directed me to go to a different field of surgery because of social life.
Yes.
But I think now women have all the capabilities and the help that they need to live their life as women, so it will give them a chance to excel and go for career as a surgeon. Now in Kuwait, mashallah, we have so many women in the different subspecialties
Yes.
that we never heard before. We have women who are urologists, we have surgeons, neurosurgeons, we have ear and nose and throat surgeons, we have cancer surgeons, all female. Where years ago, we would hardly hear that there's a Kuwaiti surgeon, for example, in urology.
Yes.
or in neurosurgery. But now, I think Kuwaiti female particularly, they're excelling in their careers.
Yeah, they are hard workers,
They are,
actually,
they are.
Kuwaiti female. So let's talk about the plastic surgery, like let's say in general.
Yes.
Is it really necessary to every one of us do a plastic surgery, or when it's needed, actually?
Look, plastic surgery in any way, it is something personal. It
Yes.
is a personal need.
Yes.
It is something that individuals would feel that they want to change something. But that's a big but. I always say a surgeon who is a plastic surgeon should never suggest and force or advise a patient on a plastic surgery unless the patient comes to you and tell you that I am not happy with this.
Okay.
For example, if a patient comes to me in my clinic and sit in front of me I ask her, what brought you to me? What do you need? What bothers you? These 3 questions tell me exactly what this patient wants. Of course, it's very important that as a doctor, don't forget that plastic surgeons are doctors. So your medical advice should be number 1, your priority for your patients. Some patients are coming under stress, social stress, especially in this era with the social media. A lot of young girls, young boys under tremendous pressure, peer pressure for their look, for the way they want to present. It's a matter of confidence.
Yes.
So if a patient comes to me and I know psychologically she wants to do something just because she's under pressure, I'll have to assess that patient and never take that in advantage or in use to go and do a plastic surgery when the patient is not fully understood what she is undergoing. So that's very important. Do not do or perform any surgery, plastic surgery, on patients who are psychologically not convinced that they need the surgery. So it's not a necessity. But nowadays, with the social media, I think it's becoming a trend.
Because they are get affected by the famous people, celebrities,
exactly.
And they want to do the same as what they see actually in social media.
Exactly. It's very important as well that, that's when it comes a good surgeon. Copy and paste is not a good idea. Now, you have to do everything that it suits that face.
Yes.
I do refuse a lot of patients. I do refuse a lot of procedures that I'm not convinced as a surgeon that it would suit that face. So if I'm not convinced, I cannot do it because it will look bad. And if it looks bad, the people look at that face as it is bad. But I will advise the patient of what suits her and what she needs and what she doesn't need. But unfortunately, all these young girls nowadays, I think they are under a lot of pressure from the social media.
Yes.
And they have to build their confidence. They have to build their personality before their look. And that's very important.
That's very important. And that's what makes you, Dr. Sabriya, a professional and a great surgeon.
Thank you.
So do you actually advise those teenagers or the young people who come to you and they say, I need some, let's say, lifting or Botox or fillers. Maybe she's 18 or 20 years old. Do you advise her actually not to? Do you give her some psychological advices?
Actually, as a plastic surgeon, I do not receive or talk to any patient under 21 years of age. That's number 1. Any girl who's 18 or 19, I will not open a file even for her unless she bring her parents or her elder sister or her brother with her to come and have the consultation to start with.
Great.
Now, above 21, you have to study the case. Now, if I feel that this is something that I'm going to go through a surgery, and any surgery would have a side effect and complications. If I feel that this surgery is not necessary and will not give her the benefit, and you have to weigh the benefit of that surgery to the complication that she will get. If I feel that there is not much of benefit, I'll definitely refuse to do a surgery.
Yes.
And I advise her. I know she probably would go to someone else and she probably have it done. But for me personally, I'll advise her. I'll talk to her for 5 minutes. I'll just talk to her. And I say, if you do this, you're having a risk of having this and this and this. So I'll explain all the complication. And then I'll tell her, is it worth it to do that procedure, to do that much of a change in your face and actually get all these complications? Some girls get scared and they go back to from their decision.
This is the point.
And some of them, they go somewhere else and they will do it. And some of them, they'll do it and they'll get the problem and they come back to me to fix it,
yes.
Which I have a lot of my patients. 30% of my practice, I actually fix a lot of complications.
A lot of complications. We are so proud of you, doctor. You are not only a doctor, a great Kuwaiti woman, and we are all proud of you. It was really a lovely interview and lovely to have you in our show today.
Thank you very much.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Dr. Sabriya Saleh. She's a consultant ophthalmic, occupational, orbit, and lacrimal surgeon. Don't go away, dear viewers. Let's have this tiny little break, and then we'll move on.
Dear viewers, we reached the end of our episode for today. Hope you enjoyed our segment. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.